Hey everyone! It's fall, and I don't know about you, but I love the smell of like fall and autumn scents, I guess. Cinnamon, apple, clove, all that kind of stuff. I just love it so much. So I wanted to make some potpourri to kind of put around my house to make it smell really nice. I'm going to show you guys how to make your own fall scented potpourri. So let's get started. You'll need an orange, a lemon, an apple, bay leaves, ground cinnamon. You can totally use sticks of cinnamon instead. I just think that the ground stuff gives off way more scent than the sticks do. Whole cloves, orange essential oil, a wire rack, and a lot of thyme. You can scale this up however much you'd like. I just did one of each fruit and it turned out to be plenty for me for now. First, set your oven to its lowest setting. It should be about 200 degrees Fahrenheit-ish. You don't want it to be hot enough to burn the fruit. Bonus points if you have an oven with a dehydrate setting, which typically goes under 200 degrees. My oven has that setting, so I use that. While it's heating up, thinly slice the orange, lemon, and apple. I have a mandolin, so I used it at its thinnest setting so that I could quickly slice these at a pretty consistent thickness. Of course, if you don't have one, you could totally just cut these with a knife. I like how the potpourri ends up looking when the fruit is cut like this, where the core is in the middle. If you want to, you can further cut these in half or in quarters or whatever, but I wanted to keep them whole, so I stopped after slicing them. Once they're all cut up, lay them out in a single layer on a wire rack. These shrink while dehydrating, so you can get away with layering them over each other slightly, like 1/8 of an inch or so, if you need to. But if you lay them on top of each other too much, it's going to take longer for the moisture to be drawn out of them, and this process already takes a lot of time, so you want to try to avoid stacking them on top of each other too much. Stick these in the oven. Now, here's where it takes forever. You need to leave them in there for about 6 hours, or until they've dried out. And you should flip them every 30 minutes. Honestly, I probably flip them every 30 minutes for the first 2 or 3 hours, but then after that, since they're on a wire rack anyway, I figured they would be fine, so I just stopped flipping them and they turned out fine. Once they're all dried out, take them out and let them cool. Now put the dehydrated fruit into a zip-top bag, along with a couple bay leaves, some cloves, a couple shakes of ground cinnamon, or a couple sticks of cinnamon, and sprinkle in a couple drops of orange essential oil. Now, of course, you can adjust how much of what you put in here. I didn't do any hard measurements, I just kind of eyeballed stuff and used my nose to decide if I put enough of everything in, so I would just say to do the same. Close the bag and shake it to evenly mix everything. Pour this out into a decorative vase or a shallow bowl or something. And then just place it wherever you want the nice fall potpourri smells to be. I'm actually going to be using some of this potpourri in next week's project, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that good stuff. Here's today's featured project. If you want to be featured in one of my future videos, then use the hashtag CheslinDIY on Instagram or Twitter, and you'll have a chance to be featured here in the future. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, the links to those will be down below. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, please leave a comment down below, and I'll see you next week. Thank you so much to my patrons for helping me produce this video. If you like my videos and have learned something from them, please consider supporting me on Patreon to help me continue to make them. It's totally optional, I'll still be making videos either way, it just helps me be able to put out better stuff. A link will be down below, or you can just click up here in the corner.